Hi, second grade teachers. I hope you're having a great start. February is tomorrow as I'm sending this video to you all, and we are getting ready to go back into the classroom. We haven't been in person in a month, or actually almost 2 months now that including the Eric for Christmas. So I hope that this finds you well, and I hope these videos are helpful for you. I want to take a few moments just to kind of tell you my thought process as I was creating these lesson plans. We do have 2 supplementals, and then we have lesson 25 from the book to help us do this work. And so what I did was I actually kind of mid planning and changed kind of my plans throughout and did some erasing. Day 1 is straight up supplemental 2D, which is here are dollars and coins. How much is it worth altogether? And really focusing on how kids can group these coins and these dollars together to make them easier to add. Fairly straightforward. And then there's actually 2 pages of work for that supplemental. So what I did is I assigned the first page for day 1. Then day 2, I actually did a bit of a combination between supplemental 2 or 3D and supplemental 3E. And I did that because I did some more of, now here's an amount, and I want you to show me how we can do different ways to show those coins and those dollars. And I felt like those kind of went together fairly well because 3E actually started getting into some story problems in the second and third launch. So I took the first launch from 3E and I put it with 3D. And so I made a second day that's kind of a mix between the 2 supplementals. And I used the independent practice for the first supplemental for those first 2 days. Then I did 3E, 3E. 3E for day 3, and I just did story problems. So they have word problems, they have an amount, and then they also are adding or subtracting a group of dollars and coins to go with it. And so I'm trying to get them to write equations to match this, how they can continue to group their dollars and their coins to help them add or subtract these problems. And they're almost 2-step problems in a way, because you have to figure out what does this amount look like in dollars and coins, or here's our dollars and coins, how much is that, to help them make that easier to add. 3E has also 2 pages of independent practice with it. So I chose one of those days of independent practice to go with day 3. And then I broke out the book of lesson 25, I think it is. Yeah, lesson 25 for the 4th day. And then I used the other day of independent practice from that supplemental to go with that day, because I feel like we've already done a bunch of stuff from that workbook page. And so I thought it might be helpful to just do a page of independent practice that was already made from the supplementals that we've been doing. And then it was really focusing just on dollars in supplemental, or in the lesson 25. Now there are 5 days in this week for money. I did 4 videos. Okay, so I have a day 1 supplemental, day 2 mix of 2 supplementals, day 3 supplemental, and then day 4 lesson 25. You are welcome to add that 5th day if you have it. I'm going to save that 5th day for any reteach and a quick little check-in or assessment. I have not decided what I'm going to do for that assessment yet. A lot of lesson 25's assessment will be really good for this, and it might even be a great way to kind of check in on work that they did earlier in the second quarter to give you some more information. So I've thought about that. I'm still kind of figuring out what I want to do with that. I may end up adding an assessment to the page before I do it. I'll look at that a little bit more later on, but right now I'm leaning toward doing the lesson 25 assessment from the book and using some of that information, because some of the questions are just coins, using some of that just to kind of check in and see where we are and how they're retaining that information from earlier in second quarter. Again, I hope this is helpful. I put lesson plans for all the work, and we've got all of this work to look at. Please let me know if you have any questions or concerns. I'm excited to see what the kids do with these dollars and coins, because I think that they'll start making sense of it pretty well. I love seeing the connection between the base 10 and the money as well. So if you're seeing that with your kids, foster that connection, because I think that the more connections we can make to past learning, the more sense they're going to be able to make as we get into this new learning. So I hope you all are well, and I hope to see you soon.